Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham, in for Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. The truth about the debate. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Joe Biden showed up last night in Kentucky with twin goals. One, to blunt Mitt Romney's post-debate momentum, and two, to give a boost to a Democratic base that had become quite anxious after the president's terrible Denver debate performance. Now, I'll give Biden this much. Last night, he went from being a gaffe-matic to being a laugh-o-matic.
The Obama administration had the exact same position. Let's recall that they disavowed their own. Now we have them in place because of Congress. They say the military option's on the table, but it's not being viewed as credible, so they stop pursuing nuclear weapons, and they're going faster.
How do you do it so quickly? Look, you both saw Benjamin Netanyahu.
We can debate the timeline. We can debate the timeline, whether it's that short of time or longer. I agree that it's probably longer. Number two, thank heavens we have these sanctions in place. It's in spite of their opposition.
Oh, God.
Now, this was odd. Even left-of-center guys, such as Tom Brokaw, and middle-of-the-roaders like David Gergen, found the vice president smirking, smiling, and constant interrupting off-putting. Instant polls showed that Biden's in-your-face debate strategy didn't wear so well and perhaps detracted from some of his stronger substantive points. And speaking of substance, Joe Biden told a number of big whoppers last night, but I'm going to stick to three of them. First, on why there wasn't adequate security in place on 9/11 in Benghazi.
We weren't told they wanted more security again. We did not know they wanted more security again. And by the way, at the time, we were told we said exactly what the intelligence community told us that they knew.
Now, was the vice president so engrossed in his debate prep that he was unaware of the fact that the former top security official in Libya, Eric Nordstrom, testified this week on Capitol Hill that he had repeatedly asked for more security and yet was turned down? Number two, when asked who would pay more taxes in a second Obama term, Biden answered, people making more than $1 million or more. Totally misleading. The Associated Press today reports that Obama's proposed tax increase reaches individuals making more than $200,000 a year and couples making more than $250,000 a year. And number three, there was Biden's defense of the HHS contraception mandate.
No religious institution, Catholic or otherwise, including Catholic Social Services, Georgetown Hospital, Mercy Hospital, any hospital, none has to either refer for contraception, none has to pay for contraception, none has to be a vehicle to get contraception in any insurance policy they provide. That is a fact.
False. Today, the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops rebuked the vice president, noting that the so-called accommodation the Obama administration promised for Catholic hospitals, universities, and other religious charities isn't an accommodation at all. They will all still serve as a vehicle for contraception, abortifacient drugs, and sterilizations because their health insurance premiums still will cover those services. Now, Ryan himself had some difficulty on the foreign policy questions and allowed, I think, the moderator to cut him off too easily. But without a doubt, Joe Biden's demeanor and his mendacity made him both less likable and less credible. And that's the memo. Now,